Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tara. Happy birthday to you. That's right, gang. Today is the 50th birthday of Lyn Charendoff. I know. You known her for many years as Tara Strong, and since she was born in Canada and moved to the U.S. at the beginning of 1984, Craig Strong might be a green card marriage. Don't take my word for it. One of my uncles said that. But the point is, Tara married Craig on May 14, 2000, but then they divorced more recently than you think on January 5, 2022, with 2 children. So technically, I guess she actually is Lyn Charendoff again, which is good because her initials are TLC, as in tender loving care. Tara has had a very lucrative and illustrious career, mostly cartoons, but she has also had more live action roles than you think. And for starters, like when she and Neve Campbell first moved to the U.S. in 1994, they both auditioned, played Julia Tellinger in Party of Five, and sorry, I almost said Fly by mistake. Neve Campbell got the part, but Tara didn't. But then she got to be a guest star in the 2nd episode of the 1st season. So that was a nice consolation prize where she got to share a cast credit with Neve Campbell for 1 episode of Party of Five. And then that was 1984. And then in 1995, she was in the movie National Lampoon Senior Trip with Jeremy Renner.
He's my pretty little principal.
And Skin Deep with Loki Sanchez, whom you may know for playing Zardup in Zardup Search for Healthy Wellness. I thought that was funny. It's a series of videos tapes on for that educate kids on health, and I thought it was funny how they interrupt this program for a special message in the middle of every episode. But back to Tara. At the same time as around the same time as when Loki Sanchez was making Zardup Search for Healthy Wellness, Tara, one of Tara's first, I think Tara's first big acting credit that wasn't just a 1 episode or bit part in a movie was Hello Kitty in 1987. She used the same voice for Bubbles. Also in 1995, she started playing Tutu in Little Bear. Little Bear and Franklin are both animated series based on children's books I read in my elementary school library, and honestly they feel kind of similar. For some reason Little Bear and Franklin always seem to blend together in my mind. As in Franklin the Turtle, that Franklin. But then Tara's career really started to take off in 1997 and 1998. In 1999, throughout the late 90s, she had she played Timmy and Tatum McNulty in the Rugrats, starring in a handful of Rugrats episodes since 1997, and 1997 was also the year when she started playing a main character in Extreme Ghostbusters and 101 Dalmatians, the series. She actually had 3 main characters to play in that. And then she started playing Barbara Gordon in the new Batman Adventures, which she also mentioned is the same time she booked another superhero cartoon we'll get to in 1998. So in 1998, that's when Tara started playing Dill Pickles in Rugrats, beginning with the Rugrats movie. And it's also when she played Lulu and Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, Sabrina Spellman's British friend Gwen in the Sabrina the Teenage Witch TV movie Sabrina Goes to Rome, and then the next year it's a sequel, Sabrina Down Under.
Well, why were we even swimming around out there? I thought mythical creatures were supposed to keep hidden.
Ask any unicorn. Well, actually, it's forbidden to have contact with leg walkers, humans.
And 1998 was also a very big year for Tara Strong because it's when she started playing Bubbles in the Powerpuff Girls. So, like, that was her first main role in an animated series that, from the beginning, that wasn't, you know, part of her franchise like the other roles she got in Rugrats. The new Batman Adventures, 101 Dalmatians, and Extreme Ghostbusters. Oh, also in the 1980s, she also had another minor recurring role like Timmy and Teddy in 1997 when she was Pepper's friend turned foe, Brenda. And she played Brenda in 4 Pepper Ann episodes. And then in 1999, she reprised Gwen in Sabrina Goes to Rome, and she also played Sharina Wicked in the Detention series. Then in 2001, she started playing Timmy Turner in The Fairly Odd Parents, her longest-running animated role of all time. And then in 2002, she got to reprise Bubbles in the Powerpuff Girls movie, and then she also got to play Ingrid Third in Fillmore, and a teenage high school version of herself in Compossible. Yeah, she really plays a character named Tara in Compossible, who was half her age, you know, the age Tara was when she worked in Compossible.
I really think we should wait for Kim before we decide who's gonna be captain.
Ugh. She's gonna be like forever. I want this captain thing decided now.
Yeah, 1998 was the year I was born, and I tell you, that was one heck of a year for Tara Strong, wasn't it? I mean, that was definitely, 1998, the year I was born, was definitely one heck of a year for Tara Lyn Charendoff's career. And then she also got, and you know, she wanted to have more live action credits. She wanted to act in more live action productions, but she was way too preoccupied with animated television roles and video game roles in the 2000s. But luckily she has had more, she actually has gotten more live action roles in more recent years, in the 2010s and early 2020s. Yeah, she's had Big Time Rush, A Very Merry Toy Store, Serious Cases, Tokens, and parallel to name a few productions. And wait, was it Basic Beverly? Well, something Beverly. I forgot the exact name of it. So yeah, in both the, I mean, mostly in the U.S., but in both the U.S. and Canada, Tara's had a big variety of voice roles and even some live action roles. You know, if Tara Lyn Charendoff wants to have more live action roles, then if she sees this video, then starting tomorrow, she needs to avoid taking new bit parts in cartoons and video games so that she can have more time to act in more live action films and television shows. Much like Jill Talley, when she started playing Squidina in 2020, and the Patrick Star Show started airing in 2021. 2021, the same year, was also a big career resurgence for Tara Lyn Charendoff because that was when she played Miss Minutes in Loki.
Welcome to the Time Variance Authority. I'm Miss Minutes, and it's my job to catch you up before you stand trial for your crimes. So let's not waste another minute. Settle in, sharpen your pencils, and check this out.
Just playing one of the few token animated characters in a very high-profile live-action production from the Marvel Cinematic Universe has actually made that one of the best-known roles of Tara Lyn Charendoff's career so far, as well as marking another big milestone as her 600th acting credit so far. Blimey, she definitely has come a long way in 30 years. I mean, 30 years of acting. Possibly 40. Miss Minutes is a very fascinating character, despite having only a few scenes in every Loki episode. And it's very nice that Miss Minutes has helped Tara Lyn Charendoff to get some of the attention and love she deserves for her long voice acting career.
I love when imagination has the brains and the creativity and the funding behind it to make something that special. And then to have the fans love Miss Minutes, you never know. It's an animated character inside a well-loved MCU franchise. So I'm so grateful that they love her and they took her in.
I really like the extra dimensions that animators put on the character design of Miss Minutes because, I mean, it looks like she's colored and drawn in 2D, but outside of her old cartoon PSA, she moves in such a way that makes it look like she was actually animated in 3D. This This technique of mixing 2D and 3D animation on the same character is a fascinating new technique of animation that was wasted on the Tom and Jerry movie, but utilized very well in Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers 1 year later. It's very nice to know that voice acting women like Jill Talley and Tara Strong, while their voice acting career is far from just being started in 2021. What I mean is 2021 was definitely the start of a new, interesting phase of their acting careers. That definitely sparked some new interest in them as voice actors for Squidina Star and Miss Minutes. Yeah, that's nice about letter of names. But would be very terrific to get to happen to Lyn Charendoff further down the line in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Are you recording or are you alive?
Sort of both.
Well, Paul Bettany is a celebrity who does more movie acting than on camera than voice acting, but he's been the voice of Jarvis and Vision since the beginning in Iron Man, and he finally got to play Vision in physical form in Avengers Age of Ultron. So I really, 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 really hope that Lyn Charendoff gets the same big opportunity of a lifetime to do that with Miss Minutes. I know she'd love it a lot, especially because one of the proudest moments of her career was when she showed up to the 2016 San Diego Comic-Con in a Harley Quinn cosplay. She's very good at doing the voice of the character in live action. Even when she did live acting in Sabrina the Teenage Witch, in those 2 TV movies where she played Gwen, Tara was still a very good voice actor, and sounding like a high-pitched British teenage girl.
Barnaby, the rest of the world might not be as comfortable with your tale as we are.
But there may be a way to change it.
I definitely had a lot of fun seeing Tara and hearing her do Harley Quinn's voice in the San Diego Comic-Con cosplay. She really fits the character, and Tara definitely looks like she could. I'd really love to see how Tara could play Harley Quinn in live action. I definitely think Warner Brothers Discovery should give her the chance to do that, especially because they let Kevin Conroy play Batman, and they let him play a live action older Batman from the bad future in Batgirl. Very sad that Batgirl's portion of Crisis on Infinite Earths is the most viewed episode it has after the pilot. What does that say about the bad quality of your show when the only things its viewers care about are to solve the disturbing mystery and have it to Batman's disappearance?
Do you understand how many people, how many worlds are going to die?
Well, if they're anything like this world, maybe that's for the best.
How can you even say that?
There was no hope for this world.
It's because you killed Superman. This guy's not a paragon of anything. I was right. We can't trust the Monitor.
But back to Lyn Charendoff and Miss Minutes. Even though we didn't get to see her in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, I'd still bet, it may not happen, I won't be disappointed if it doesn't happen, but I'd absolutely love it if Lyn Charendoff got to voice Miss Minutes again in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And once again, it would be even cooler if Tara eventually got to the point where she where she got to play Miss Minutes in live action, and for all we know, she might already be preparing for that now. I'm glad to see that Tara Strong still looks very gorgeous at 50. Even though she's not a live actor, it's nice that she still looks and acts awfully young for her age. Good for you, Tara. Keep on going. The great thing about Squidina Star and Miss Minutes is they prove that Jill Talley and Lyn Charendoff didn't have an early peak in their career, and they still have a lot of good years ahead of them.
I don't know. I'm hungry.
We'll be right back with Patrick Star and I'm Hungry.
And because Tara Strong has already worked with Michael Pena from Ant-Man and Zoe Saldana from Guardians of the Galaxy and the My Little Pony movie, giving Tara a very memorable bit part to voice in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Miss Minutes it's my wish come true that I didn't know I had for her. I never thought the Marvel Cinematic Universe would get a voice actor who's a very little star in live action to play such a new iconic cartoonish role in Loki. It could have been someone else like Jennifer Connelly and Paul Bettany's wife who played Karen in Spider-Man Homecoming. This is a very unusual and momentous occasion for Tara Strong in her career. You know, getting one step closer to joining the ranks of the fame and recognition that most Marvel Cinematic Universe stars known for live acting have had before her, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. included. Vision, do you have any thoughts on this? On the unusual opportunity bestowed upon Tara Lyn Charendoff?
But a thing isn't beautiful because it lasts. It's a privilege to be among them.
How would you like to win? All of it. Everything. Exactly the way you've always wanted. And you can have it all together. It's fiction.
Well, that's good to know. Paul Bettany is right. It is a privilege for him and for Tara Lyn Charendoff to... Same also goes for Seth Green, the live actor and voice actor he's had a live action cameo in Iron Man 3, and he's also had a voice cameo as Howard the Duck in both Guardians of the Galaxy films and a few Guardians of the Galaxy related episodes of What If. Tara Lyn Charendoff and Seth Green need to heed and take what Paul Bettany said to heart from the end of Age of Ultron. It's a privilege for voice actors like them to be among some of the most prolific live-action movie actors of all time. Plus movie stars who are voice actors in the Marvel films, work as voice actors in the Marvel films, Paul Bettany and Jennifer Connelly. With all that being said, happy 50th birthday, Tara Strong. And I will be a little disappointed, but not too much, if your Miss Minutes character doesn't appear in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And even if she doesn't, I'm sure there's still other things the Marvel Cinematic Universe can work out to allow you to play Miss Minutes in real life, to have a real physical live action form for Miss Minutes to take.
For all time. Always.